the Olympics still continues to be an absolute disaster. And for those of you that don't know, the reason why people were pooping in the lake or the river there is because the people of France are the ones who pay the worst price for them hosting the Olympics in Paris. My buddy's there now, and he said he is not having a good time. But more importantly, besides the obvious that you guys probably already know, which is the mockery of biblical references like the Last Supper, there's some other interesting things that are going on, like the hotel situation. I don't know if you guys have heard about this yet, but the hotel situation has gotten terrible to the point where the guests don't even have air conditioners, and they're the ones that are staying at the what's it called? They're staying at the Olympic Village. Okay, so these people are staying at the Olympic Village. I'm just gonna run this video real quick. I'm gonna keep the audio off. But if you've seen the conditions that they're in, these are cardboard beds. That's not the biggest problem. They've dealt with cardboard beds before. They're not fun. They're not comfortable. You really can't bang on them. But, I mean, I guess you can depending on who you are. But they're not enjoying their room, their stay. They have no air conditioning, just fans. Okay, so this is what they're really pissed off with, and that's the food. So the thing is that I find interesting is during the Olympics, they've been training for years, for months and years and years and months, okay? They have a regimen of their diet. They're about to do their big performance. You know, when an artist goes to perform, they have a writer on what they need for their performance. Like, I want these snacks, these candies, all these cool things. You would think the Olympic champions would have the exact same thing, but they don't. So I guess their food is catered by the actual Olympics, and because France is they're catered by healthy plant-based food options. Okay, that's really not fair. I eat a lot of vegan, I eat a lot of vegetarian, and if you're eating plant-based foods, that means it's all vegan food. How are you going to feed the Olympic champions vegan food before they go and do their thing? That doesn't make any sense. They know what they have to have. You're literally setting everybody off their path before they go and they do the games. So a lot of these people are actually leaving and going and staying in hotels. And I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, but it kind of is, because how many hotels are actually available in the area when it's a packed Olympic event? So these are people just complaining about the beds, complaining about the food. I mean, it was funny at first and it made for fun TikTok and Instagram videos, but it's going too far now at this point. So everybody is pissed off. But one of the most interesting things that I think has happened, especially since the mockery of the Last Supper, is the fact that the power has gone out. Hold on, let me pull this up for you guys. So, no, this is that one. Come on, where is it? Okay. So this is a church, and it's the only thing that has power. Not right now. I think the power's been restored, but the power went out on a massive scale, and the only thing that has power is this church. I think there's even a video of it that I downloaded so you guys can see. So it's not a very good video, but it looks like all the power's out, electricity's out, except for this one area right here. You're going to see right here, boom. That little light, that's the church. And I thought that was super interesting because, you know, Christians were really pissed off with the mockery of, you know, during the opening ceremonies, here's the main image that people are pissed off about. My favorite part about this image is obviously the DJ setup. Did she break it down or not? That's really what I want to know. But there's something even more interesting about this, because it's not even about the Olympics. So Christians were complaining about the opening ceremonies. They were super pissed, and now they're pissed off about Deadpool and Wolverine. And I made an entire video about it just so that you guys can hear some of the stuff people are complaining about. Basically, they're walking out of the movie 25 minutes into the movie, and it has to do with mainly this image right here. He comes across, or Deadpool comes across, a dimension where Wolverine is on the X, and he's like, you know, tied like Jesus on the cross, and they are furious about this. I love it because it has nothing to do with Jesus. It's just like, I mean, I guess you can say it has to do with Jesus because he's being held up on a cross or an X. But bro, these people are so funny. Like Marvel is gonna lose any money from them leaving the movie. I mean, you probably get your refund, and then they make their video. They're trying to convince other Christians to not go see the movie, and that's just not gonna work, bro. But let me just play this video for you. Hold on. I want you guys to get the full deal because I spent a minute on this. So this is part of my short form content. Hardcore Christians are walking out of Deadpool about 25 minutes into the movie and then posting videos about this, saying that they claim the devil wrote this movie. And some of the clips I'm about to show you are absolutely fantastic. The devil did not write this movie. It would have been much better if he did. Because the devil doesn't miss when it comes to creativity. And as you can see, Ryan Reynolds and then these people were the main writers for the movie. Now, I will say this, Hugh Jackman is still an angel in everyone's opinion. He did nothing wrong in the movie. But Ryan Reynolds' character, as always, and as advertised, had a few things to say that really pissed off Christians. One of which being,
is that supposed to be scary? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
And then this part here really got people aggravated.
I am Marvel Jesus.
But this clip here really sends me, and especially her husband in the background.
It is disgusting. It is so against the Lord.
And of course,
So against the Lord.
And of course, these girls here.
We had to walk out. You feel like the devil made the movie.
I expect more from the two of them. It's just a fun movie. But what do you guys think? Okay, so I just want to run it back to this right here. Look at her husband in the back. You know, bro loves Wolverine and Deadpool. You know this guy's a fan of both of them. And he's in the back like, yep, we walked out of this movie. There's a longer clip of him just going like this. Like he's just backing up his wife. But it's blasphemy against the Lord. I'm like, come on, you guys. I get it. I get the Last Supper references. I get that that really pissed you guys off. That makes sense because, you know, you're taking something biblical and really making fun of it. The scene in Deadpool with Wolverine tied to the cross was super duper duper sick. So I don't know what they're tripping about, but it's not going to work out for them in the end. Yeah, it's just a bummer for all the people that were excited about the Olympics, not necessarily the ceremony, though I thought it was interesting that they deemed it the worst opening ceremony in history. That's crazy. I mean, honestly, everything's kind of the worst right now when it comes to like music, TV, films, and now the Olympics. Not really surprised. 2024 has kind of let us down in some regards, but they will go down in history so far. I mean, there always could be worse. Remember, what's her name? I don't know the girl's name. She just sang the national anthem awfully. Like people hated her national anthem, and she actually took the throne from Fergie for being the worst performance of the Star Spangled Banner. I don't know if you guys saw this. I did a video on it, but yeah, man. 2024 is getting nominated it's going to get the worst reviews for the worst version of every single thing. And the Olympics is not going to be spared in this case. But what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about the Olympics? What do you guys think about the opening ceremony? What do you guys think about Christians outlashing not only at the Olympics, but Deadpool and Wolverine? To me, I'm McLovin' it. Because I'm just sitting at home and I get to watch it all from home, like probably most of you. But you realize there's people that traveled. First of all, they planned for a trip to Paris and they thought they would double down and be like, we're going to Paris and we're going to go see the Olympics. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And it's been nothing but awful, from the poopy river, the opening ceremonies. You can't go anywhere. That's why the people were pooping in the river, by the way, because the people of France are like, we can't do our jobs. We can't go anywhere. We can't live our lives because you guys are hosting this here. It's like traffic. Everything is blocked off. Everything is overcrowded. They're not having a good time. Honestly, they opened up a Raising Cane's down the street from my house. It's probably going to open up like really soon. I'm already annoyed because I know for a fact there's going to be way more traffic on this street just because of Raising Cane's open, and I can't imagine what it's like being in Paris. But yeah, things keep on getting worse. I mean, when your athletes are turning against the event and saying that they don't want to stay in your Olympic Village and they're substituting that for hotels. I mean, that's got to say something. Paris is not killing it right now. But anyways, I'll be back tomorrow with more interesting news, and hope you guys have a good night.